On to New Orleans after 3 straight dubs. Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. APW Sports signing in for another Chicago Bears preview as the Bears head into this Week 7 matchup, coming off a 3-game win streak and a last-second win against the Washington Commanders to take on the New Orleans Saints, who are coming off a loss to Drake May and the New England Patriots, as the Bears sit in 3-2, Saints sit in 1-5. But before I give my thoughts, preview, and predictions of this Bears contest at home, make sure you guys leave this video a like as it continues to help this channel to grow, and my goal is to reach 6K subscribers by the end of 2025. So leave it a like, will do a great way of doing so. And if you haven't, make sure you click the subscribe button and notification bell so you will not miss any of the content that I post. But it's time to talk some Chicago Bears football. Without further ado, let's dive into it. First, it is time to talk about this Bears offense against this Saints defense, which the Saints rank 25th in the league in points against, with allowing 26.7 points a game. And the Bears are top 10 in scoring, ranking exactly 10th with 25.2 points a game. It is a battle of a weakness of the New Orleans Saints and somewhat of a strength for the Chicago Bears. But one thing about this Saints defense, man, they are minute with a pack in most categories, as they're 19th against the pass and they are 17th against the run. 16th against the pass, and 17th against the run, as the Bears ranked 11th as a passing offense, and they moved up to 18th as a rushing offense off of that performance last week against the Washington Commanders. I think this game from the Washington Commanders that the Bears play could be a momentum builder against this New Orleans Saints team and Dennis Allen's old scheme and old team and the Saints going up against this Bears offense. Now, one thing that this New Orleans defense does, they create turnovers. They create turnovers. They are ranked 10th in the league in turnovers. They have 8 turnovers as a defensive unit. They are good at creating turnovers. And the one thing that the Bears, they have not really done this year, they have only turned the ball over 4 times this season. We got to continue that factor of taking care of the football against this New Orleans Saints defense that is very opportunistic. Despite them sitting at 1-5, they can create some havoc as far as creating turnovers. So the Bears are going to have to make sure they are taking care of the football. Caleb Williams is making good decisions against this secondary with Kool-Aid McKinstry, Justin Reed, those are 2 very good football players. Then I'm talking about their defense with Pete Warner and Chase Young from the Ohio State University, both of them. And Demario Davis, even though at his older age, is still playing some good football. Cam Jordan at his older age, still playing some good football. So you do have some threats to worry about on this defense. Now, we've seen this Bears team as far as the offensive line. Yes, they did give up 3 sacks last week against the Commanders. But as far as the run game goes, as far as things started to go, having a healthy Jackson, having a healthy White, and Theo Benedict now replacing Braxton Jones at left tackle, you start to see that this Bears unit started to play better as far as continuity goes, as far as passing off blocks, as far as getting to the outside, getting some of those pull blocks. You've seen things being executed in that ball game. And one thing that this Saints defense does, they can attack you and they are opportunistic. So if the Bears, I think a key to this is that as they are able to continue to run the football like they did last week against the Commanders, that is going to do wonders for this Bears team as a unit, because it can set up so much of your offense. And according to what the weather looks like, it's not really going to be some of those sloppier conditions that we witnessed with the Washington Commanders on Monday night. I really believe that when we're talking about the weapons that the Bears have with, and of course, DJ Moore with that groin day-to-day, he's questionable for this ball game. DeAndre Swift is questionable, but he looks like he's probably going to be able to go in this ball game. I like what they did with Monangai. Roschon Jackson finally had a few carries in this season, so I think getting all three backs involved in the run game is a big key to the Bears having some success as far as this run game goes. And when you're talking about the Bears and the passing offense, I just think, you have to set up some play-action plays to kind of keep this Saints defense from really just being, I want to say, like, committed to one thing. If you have the run game going so well with the opportunistic, you can have those few slight seconds for, let me get this route behind here. Let me get this route. Maybe he can get the go route here. You hesitate. That hesitation will do wonders for this Bears passing offense. And it showed itself in flashes, whether it's getting a Loveland involved, getting Kmet involved, Odunze. And I really like Luther Burton more and more as a person in his offense. The key is he had a drop pass away from him. He probably would have still been running right now. But I think when we're talking about this game against this secondary, against a secondary like this that is very opportunistic, you're going to have to run clean routes. And I think Caleb is going to have to be extremely accurate with the football because the Saints can take the football away. So keys, continue to build on this run game, one. Offensive line continuity, I think, is going to be better and better as the time goes on, as Theo Benedict is inserted as left tackle. And I think three, keep your tight ends involved because that's going to do a lot of things with these solid linebackers that you have in Warner and Davis that can cover some really good portions of the field. So, and then you have the secondary that is a really solid secondary. I think those are the three keys for a Bears win and a Bears offense performing well. Yo, what's up, guys? APW Sports here, and today's video is being brought to you by ExpressVPN. Now, there's a few things I really like about having ExpressVPN. One, I feel protected. Being on the internet a lot as a content creator, or being on the internet, period, especially in the 2025 modern era, you're going to need protections from hackers. You're going to need protections from your passwords. You're going to need protections from your vital credit card, vital personal information. ExpressVPN does an excellent job of protecting you. And also, if things happen to slip or if things have been exposed before, you will get alerts to your phone that will let you know that things have been exposed to the dark web and that you should take action. And then another thing that I really like about it is that you can unlock more of Netflix. Now, me personally, if you guys don't know, I am a big WWE fan. And since the WWE has a partnership with Netflix in the international areas, you can get your PLEs, you can get your Raw, SmackDown, NXT, all things WWE on Netflix. Best thing to do, switch your location to say a Canada, to say a United Kingdom, and bam, there you go. You have all your access to your WWE content, and it unlocks more things that necessarily United States does not carry. And that is another thing that I really love about ExpressVPN. So to get yours today and get 3 months free, click the link below and use code APW Sports at checkout to get 3 months free of ExpressVPN. You will not regret that at all. Best investment you will ever make. Protect yourself and unlock more television on Netflix to watch. Now, we're going to get back to this video. Now we're going to talk about this Bears defense going up against this Saints offense, as the Bears defensively is kind of bottom in the league in points as far as giving up 28.2 points a game, which ranks them 27th. And the Saints offensively are 28th in points as a scoring offense, only scoring 18.5 points per game. The strengths of this Saints offensively is them running the football, even though they are ranked 19th. And then their passing offense is ranked 27th. And we're talking about the Bears, second to last run defense. But their pass defense is ranked 15th. And the Bears are top in the league in turnovers, creating 12 turnovers during the course of the season. And then on top of that, the Bears have a bye week already had, and they still lead the league in turnovers. So shout out to the Bears for that. But one thing that the Saints love to do, they love to run the football. Kellen Moore is a guy, we've seen it with the Eagles last year, and they've seen it in successions with this team. They love to run the football, whether it's Kamara, whether it's Kendre Miller, whether it's their plays with Taysom Hill running the football. This team loves to run the football. Even though statistically wise, they're not ranked so high, but they are a team and they are an offense that is committed to running the football. And they've invested a lot in the offensive line, whether it's taking Kelvin Banks in the draft this year, Penning, McCoy, Ruiz, Fuaga over the past few years. They've built this offensive line to be a solid offensive line to run the football. Honestly, they are going to do that because that is the weakness of this Bears defense, is stopping the run. Having a guy like Grady Jarrett back, if he's able to play, he's questionable at the time of me recording this. If he's able to play, I think that would be a big help with the Bears rotation with Grady Jarrett, Gervon Dexter, Andrew Dillings. Maybe you see a little bit of Shamar Turner in there. I personally believe, like, if Grady Jarrett's healthy, yes, he's one player, but I think that helps deepen your rotation more and have guys not necessarily playing as much, especially against the Saints team that likes to run the football. And the one thing I've noticed watching the Saints offense, despite all the injuries that they have, they like to take their shots, whether it's with Olave, whether it's with Olave from the Ohio State University, whether it's with Rashid Shaheed, Brandon Cooks, Spencer Rattler, Kellen Moore in his offense loves to take their shots. So I think the safety play with Brisker, and he got a pick last week in Bayard, that is going to be key. If you can have the Saints kind of one-dimensional where they don't run the football as much, I think that's going to be Duke wonders, because Spencer Rattler, he has been playing better the past couple of weeks. I will give him credit for that. And it's matchup against Oklahoma quarterbacks with Rattler and Caleb Williams. He has been playing better. He is one of those quarterbacks that when he starts to throw the ball more 40, 50 times per game, that means you have him in a position to make mistakes. And we're talking about the Saints on the offensive side of the ball. They turned the football over only 4 times, just like the Bears. So they don't create a lot of turnovers against this Bears defense that creates turnovers. So at least that's what I've seen from Spencer Rattler. You guys can be different, but I think from Rattler is that he's not a quarterback that you want to throw the ball 40 to 50 times. And if you're able to slow down the run game and make this team one-dimensional, have them pass happy, Spencer Rattler has been a quarterback that can be inconsistent. He can be a quarterback that can be inaccurate at times, despite having the weaponry that he has and the offensive line that has been built. If you get him off of his spots, get some pressure, and the Bears, he's not as mobile as a Jaden Daniels that we faced last week. So the Bears got pressure last week. The sack numbers may look different. I think they got 3 sacks last week. But when we're talking about this defense, continue pressure. Montez Sweat had a much better game last week. Dayo Adangbo played well. And having TJ Edwards back, I got to speak on this, and Gordon as well. Having these 2 guys back, I said in last week's preview, they were going to do wonders. TJ Edwards' fumble recovery was a little all over the field with Tremaine Edmunds at the linebacker position. So I think the Bears have the speed as far as the linebacker position goes to kind of match a little bit of the speed of a Olave, the speed of a Shaheed, the speed of a Cooks, the speed of an Alvin Kamara, even though he's questionable for this ball game. Sewell is questionable as well, so we're going to have to see what goes on with that. I just personally think if the Bears continue to create these turnovers like they've had, I was one that said they couldn't keep up consistent. Looks like I've been proven wrong because they've had 3 turnovers or more over the past 3 games in their win streak. So I think creating turnovers is going to be a big key. Set this offense up in better positions, and if you're going to create those turnovers, create them, shit. But at this point, I think when we're talking about this Saints offense, you got to stop the run. You got to slow down that run game because they're gonna push it. They're gonna push the run game, especially against this porous run defense. And 2, you're gonna have to get some constant pressure on Spencer Rattler, rattle him up, pun intended. And 3, create some turnovers. But with all that said, my pick in this game is going to be, I am going to pick the Chicago Bears at home. And no, I'm not picking 25-24 like our last 2 wins have been. I am picking the score of 28-17. It's crazy. I think the Saints, they're going to probably try to go for some of those deep shots. But I think the key, the Bears, I think when you're building a running game like they did last week, I think it is something that can continue, especially against this Saints defense is not so great against the run. 2, Caleb Williams has done a great job of taking care of the football. Despite the Saints defense being opportunistic, I just think when we're talking about this Bears offense, they run the football well. you're going to open up so much of your your offense to have success, and I think that is something they're going to do. And then on top of that, special teams for the Bears has been the kicking game. We've seen them win it. We've seen them make some field goals. We've seen them block a field goal. A guy like a Tory Taylor, if they have to punt the football, has been key, putting them in back with deeper field position. Even though those Saints teams, like I said, they love their deep shots. If you're able to slow down a run, if you're able to make Spencer Rattler get off his keys, get off his spots with the pressures and the blitzes that Dennis Allen can bring, I think you do a great wonder in having you have success in this ball game. And then on top of that, we're talking about, like I said, the opportunistic part of the Bears defense, but we're talking and taking care of the football of the Bears offensively. I think getting these weapons involved, and you got Gordon and Edwards back. The run game, I think, is going to continue. Caleb Williams has just been playing better and better, and he's been using his legs to really benefit this team offensively. We'll have to see if DJ Moore plays, but honestly, I think the Bears are going to I think they're going to get out to a little bit of a fast start, and I don't think a Saints team is a team that's going to be playing from behind. They're not built to play from behind. So I'm picking the Bears. They get out early, they get a little bit of a fast start, get things going, and keep up with the lead, and the Bears win 28-17 at home to make it 4 in a row. But those are my thoughts. Leave you guys in the comments section down below, because I know you guys are going to have something to say. But leave this video a like as it continues to help this channel to grow 6K before 2025. Leaving a like does a great wonder. And make sure you click the subscribe button and notification bell so you do not miss anything. But I'm APW Sports signing out. Make sure you guys stay safe, have a great and excellent day, and I will catch you guys later. Bear down.